Tonight we will go to Campania. In these tough and depressing pandemic times, when we are only allowed to leave our houses if we are out of toilet paper, the best alternative to travel without abandoning your fortress is wine. So sit back, relax and join me on 20 Italian wine regions with Corkbreaker. Let's go! This time we will head south to the land of lemons and olives. As my resources said, this region is almost twice more planted with olives than with vines, which number is around 40,000 hectares. But don't be fooled by that small number, because those vines come from 4 DOCGs, 15 DOCs and 10 EGPs. So bulk wine is definitely not a thing in this area. It is surrounded by Lazio and Molise to the north and Puglia with Basilicata to the south and southeast. All of its west is washed by Mediterranean Sea, which impacts the region's climate greatly, making summers hot, dry and sunny and cool wet winters. But the region is big enough to also have a continental climate inland with more rainfall, making more fragrant wines. That's why Romans called this place Campania felix, which means a happy landscape. Even though there are almost 100 unique grapes growing, and some of them dating back to ancient Greek times, I would exclude 3 most noble ones. First one is Fiano, which comes in 2 styles, light and refreshing and heavy and textured. Best Fianos come from Avellino village, therefore it has been granted its own DOCG. Next is the grape, which I see pretty often in the wine stores, called Greco. It is a heavier grape and sometimes is compared to Viognier. Best Greco comes from the town of Tufo, where the soil is full of chalky ash and that gives those mineral notes. And the last grape is Aglanico, aka the Barolo of the south. It makes long aging wines with huge tannins, high acid, lighter color and has typical aromas of cherry, leather, tobacco and chocolate. Grape is so good, it has 2 DOCGs, Torresi and Aglanico del Taburno. Additionally, I would like to mention 2 grapes which caught my eye. First one is Lacrima Christi, which means heavenly tears, grows on the hillsides of Mount Vesuvius and makes creamy red wines. And the second is Cada de Volpe, which means tail of the fox and produces mineral-driven white wines. And I could not finish this overview without mentioning region's most famous DOCG, which is Limoncello di Amalfi. Even though I tried many limoncellos and made it by myself.
Chin chin.
But I think I never tried one from that designated area, the real limoncello. So what to do after tasting wines and limoncello? Well, first of all, we have to eat. Yes, I know that this is the birthplace of pizza and every true pizza lover should at least come once to Napoli, the mother of all pizzas. But this time I chose spaghetti alla puttanesca, or spaghetti in the style of prostitutes. Few reasons for this choice. Number 1, I hate spaghetti.
Who's putting all this in the bin?
But I'm always willing to give a second chance. Number 2, I'm not the biggest fan of tomatoes and capers.
I'm a fruit! Tomatoes are fruits! No, you're not. You're a vegetable, like a pumpkin.
And lastly, the story. In the 19th century, the owner of the bordel in Napoli was worried about his customers and employees, so to give them strength for the physical effort, he experimented in the kitchen and created this dish. Such a nice owner.
Sir, the tip that you left, the young lady server, the owner takes the tips. No.
Next, I would definitely rent a Fiat 500 and drive through one of the most beautiful landscapes in the world, the Amalfi Coast.
This is the perfect bit of the perfect road trip.
Lastly, I would take a group boat trip around the island of Capri. This is probably what 95% of the tourists visiting Campania do, but sailing through those natural arches, seeing Blue Grotto and even having an opportunity to do some snorkeling, which I'm pretty bad at but willing to learn, is too tempting. So the wine which represents the region is 22 2018 by Villa Raiano. Winery was established Winery was established in 1996 by brothers Sabino and Simone Basso, together with brother-in-law Paolo Civillo. Located in the province of Avellino, 27-hectare vineyards are planted with indigenous grapes Greco, Piano, Aglianico, and Palanchina. Here they make wine from 3 DOCGs, Piano di Avellino, Greco di Tufo, and Taurasi. 22 means 22, and it is a distance between the town of Lapio, where Fiano grapes grow, and the winery. It is 1 hectare single vineyard at 450 meters altitude with calcareous clay soil rich in yellow sandstones. Wine is aged for 12 months on the lees in stainless steel tanks and then for another 12 months in the bottle. Let's taste it. It has medium plus intensity lemon color on the nose, medium plus intensity aromas of peach, golden apple, mango, pear, and burnt rosemary. Mouth has high acidity, medium alcohol, and dry aftertaste. On the palate, a layer of pear jam on freshly baked ciabatta. The reason I chose this wine because it was the only DOCG which wine I haven't tried, and now I can make a conclusion that with breathtaking scenery almost always comes mouth-watering wines. Let me know in the comments which DOCG wine you tried from this region. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Salute!